It's Friday, and Mascot Friday is back, baby. We're playing some video games. You voted for them, and we are going to play them right now. Seconds before the stream started, someone noted, why don't people want Danny and Alex to play good games? That's something I find myself wondering a lot of the time.
Same.
I look up to the heavens and I say, God, are you punishing me? Is this the price I have to pay for my past mistakes? No, this is what I do because I choose to do so. It's Retro Pals, it's Mascot Friday. Let's do it. Hello, Alex.
Danny, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, am
Are
I
you okay?
I don't know. I've had a wild day today. I'm like, so we were all tired and exhausted, so we're going to give you the worst, the best of the Retro Pals. Absolute best.
Yep, people are going to vote on it, and they're going to call this episode the best one ever made. It's all downhill from here.
Thank you so much, SSFSX17, 24-month resub, 2 ass years. That's right, your ass is 2 years here.
That's
Fantastic.
Almost 2 whole years. Thank you.
No, 24 is 2 years.
It is.
It is. Never mind. Anyways, thank you, Whoop on Whoop, for the 22 months. Whoop on Whoop says, I can't think of a message. Neither can I.
I can't think of one either.
I haven't been to the woods since then, y'all. Besides, if I was going to find a crystal, I'd get it at the mall, in the dirt.
So you disposed of the other crystal I told you to dispose of, right?
We don't need to talk about crystals and disposing
and even
and
more
what I may or may not have done.
And more importantly, you haven't brought more into the house, right?
I would never bring in crystals from the woods. Does the domain count as the woods? There's trees there. It was the woods at one point, so it doesn't count.
Well, let's see if we're cursed or not. It looks like the first game on tonight's lineup is Wayne's World. You and your fucking crystals. Let's play this.
Listen, I'm sorry, but
I'm blaming the crystals for this.
Is Nordstrom's? Is the dirt in front of Nordstrom somehow more evil than the woods? Oh shit! Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. This is all on me.
Sure
okay.
is. Sure is.
Ah, fuck! Don't bring crystals home from the woods, and never bring crystals home from mixed-use retail upscale shopping centers. Ever.
This is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens when you mess with crystals. You have to play Wayne's World, the NES Wayne's World, not even the Super Nintendo or Genesis one, which are way better games. But this one right here.
Thank you. Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry. One more time. Thank you, Proxy Glitch Cat. They gifted a sub to Rhythm Song. Sorry about that. Thank you so much for that. And thank you, 81 Rambler, for the 25 bits. Don't give Alex crystals from the woods after midnight. No, give them to me. I like the trans flag there. Thank you, Wayne. Yes, I accidentally muted. Sorry.
You have a layering issue on OBS.
I certainly do. What the hell have I been...
Man, you're randomly muting us. You're making all the layers go haywire.
It's normal.
You got that crystal brain. Wow, that is a trans flag. Actually, no, which flag is that? I think that was the Joker flag. Easy to get it mixed up. Oh, fucking look at... Is this some weird homebrew? Is this a sequel to Sack of Flour or something?
Honestly, maybe. See, thank you, Sneakernets. They resubscribed 23 months. CGA's World, exactly.
Pretty much.
And thank you to GameQuoter, 32-month resub. Thank you so much.
There's also another gift, it looks like.
Oh, it looks so. Hold on 1 second. I'm so sorry. This is for my...
Yeah, all these layering issues and Wayne's World is happening. Thank you, Helix Fox, for gifting a sub to Theofo.
Mm-hmm.
Foe or Fox. Either way, you are now part of the sub club.
Gifted a sub to me. What the hell?
Hey, welcome, Alex.
I guess. Yeah, welcome to the sub club, Alex.
Enjoy using your own emotes.
Nice.
Anyway,
thank you. No, actually, I would like it. Thank you.
It's important for Alex to get things set up because, as usual, just to bring you back up to speed, because it has been a while since we've done a typical Mascot Friday, Alex is here to present the everyman's opinion on these games. He will present the typical gamer's playthrough, playstyle, and attitude. And then I'll give it my expert analysis after that.
Thank you, Family Consumer. 37 months. Did you know that the guy who invented the video toaster is Dana Carvey's older brother, and he was the inspiration for the Garth character?
Holy crap.
What the fuck?
Garth invented video toaster?
No, they are not neats. Stop it. Garth and Wayne are not neats. They are stoners. Oh my god, have you all forgotten our stoner heritage?
They're prototypical neats.
Yeah, I guess. Are stoners neats? I don't want to think about that.
So, how do you go about explaining the phenomenon that is Wayne's World? Well, first of all, here they are.
I love them.
This is Wayne Campbell and his friend Garth Marenghi. I think that's his name.
Yeah. Okay. So, neat stoners are a thing, I suppose. So.
Look at that guitar. Someone drew that guitar down at the bottom of the screen.
So, this
they knew it'd be cut off in the overscan.
Okay, so this was Wayne's World was an SNL skit about a. Oh my God, how can I not remember?
It was a public access TV show. I always got the impression it was a Canadian TV show, just because of the characters playing the roles, but I don't think that was part of it. These are typical American kids living in their mom's basement and producing a public access show. That's what Twitch was 20 years ago.
They are essentially early streamers. Mm-hmm. A lot of the old live...
Pictured here, Danny and Alex.
Yes, exactly. Who's who?
Wow,
that's up for you to decide.
It's uncanny, actually.
It was Chicago. They were in Chicago, Illinois, Chicago. Okay, so
my hair just formed a hat. You let it grow so long, and it becomes your own clothes, like Bayonetta.
It's.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, they were also known for spawning many catchphrases.
Okay,
including excellent, schwing, yeah, right.
No way.
Way.
Very important. These are all. Oh God! I'm being killed by my own.
And of course, the movie was mostly slapstick, involving Wayne and Garth being chased around by giant drums.
We all remember that. So I do have a story about seeing the movie in the theater.
Okay.
I saw it in the theater, and it was the only movie I've ever had to see in the literal first row.
Oh, man.
It fucking sucked.
You know what?
It sucked so bad.
Did you get pain in your neck afterwards?
Yes, it sucked so bad. I was a child, so it wasn't that bad.
I can one-up you here. You know what the only movie I've seen in the front row was?
What?
Paranormal Activity.
That sucks.
It was painfully scary. Party on, Wayne.
This is okay.
Yeah, nobody lives in Chicago. It's a fake city.
Chicago
it only exists.
Fake.
It only exists to house people like Wayne and Garth who can't be real. They're famous for top 10 lists.
Mm-hmm. Hey, they would be.
You
very
want to buy that magazine? This isn't a library. Number 8. Oh yeah, this is what a convenience store guy will tell you.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you kids be in school instead of playing Toki here at the gas station?
We should be playing Toki, though. They're repeating some of these. Yeah, they always talk about how cool Wayne is. They love Wayne. Cool's Wayne.
Wow, got him.
Got him.
Take that, Beeve. No way.
Okay, now I guess I have to do this. Okay, oh god. That's fucking... Also, I missed y'all.
Wow. The Watchmen in the front row and pointing out a certain standout part of the movie. Oh wow, if you die in level 2, you get sent back to level 1. Cool. Do you have to watch the cutscene too after you beat it?
Well, considering I only survived that first level through sheer luck.
Yeah, this game does look fake. It looks very much pasted together. Mostly just because all the assets are just kind of haphazardly placed. That and you're in some kind of fantastical music store. A Guitar Center for Giants.
I want to go to the Guitar Center for Giants!
Yeah, me too. You should see the ukulele. It's the size of your head. Party on, Garth.
Oh, we do have to see it again!
That's great! You gotta go through the top 10 list again! What a cool game. So, I think Garth had a gun, right? And Wayne, he just has karate kicks. Those look really hard to deal with. They sell cellos at Guitar Center? Oh,
they sell whatever you want at Guitar Center.
No stairway. Don't do the opening the stairway to heaven.
That was also a very popular and humorous Wayne's World joke.
Do you get to meet Al Bundy and he tells you something disturbing? I like that part of the movie.
I don't remember that.
Does it have a bottom 10s games list in this game? I think this does. Either this or the Super Nintendo version. They do start riffing on video games, which is kind of ironic.
Thank you, Kaibi Terrori, 50 bits. Extreme close-up. Whoa, thank you.
Thank you. Oh yeah, my mistake. It was Ted Bundy.
I was gonna say Al Bundy.
No, Ed O'Neill was in the movie. He did a thing. You gotta watch Wayne's World again. It's been too long.
I really don't remember other than my neck hurting very badly.
Now my question is, where is the video game based on Wayne's World 2? It's like they completely forgot about it. It's like these games were poor sellers or something. Okay, focus. This time you gotta beat this level or else we have to sit through this top 10 again.
Okay, at least it's not their top 100. Listen, I will see Wayne's World eventually.
Thank you, Broken Scholar, for 24 months.
2
2
years.
freaking years. Wow. When was the last Danny talked to the guy when he broke his knee? I don't know. That's a thing from the movie, I think.
I have no recollection of anything of that film.
Did you notice you have a dynamic portrait at the top of the screen?
No. Oh my god, my little smile.
Look at the smile and how it changes when you shoot. See? You get a little sick smirk on your face.
So fucked.
And I think you frown when you take damage, too. So they put some thought into this. So that brings this game up to a 2 out of 10.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, I want the NES game based on So I Married an Axe Murderer. I want the NES game based on Master of Disguise. Of course, I want the unreleased Twin Peaks game to be finished and released via limited run games.
What genre would that even have been?
We'll just have to wonder.
Is there any info on it?
What is the big sale? Is it on sticks?
I would assume the big sale is just the sale on everything big.
Because I don't see anything here other than sticks for sale. Oh, and these novelty-sized snare drums. Not to mention the smaller snare drums that are trying to kill you.
Alright, top 10 games list. They're all great.
Dale Cooper platformer, Log Lady's the boss of level 3. Yeah, that sounds about right. You gotta play as every single character from the show.
Good, good.
It would have been a 28 megabyte cartridge to hold all that data.
You know, I'm trying to go through it, and I've only watched the first episode.
I've seen the first half of season 1. Someday I will watch the rest. I like Wayne's strut.
Oh my god, that strut.
I also like the representation as a fellow long hair. You don't see many long-haired platformer stars. At least not humanoid ones. They're usually like elves or some shit. Stack of records, huh?
Stop! Oh my god, I'm getting generated!
You're getting generated by the hits from the 70s.
Yeah, come closer. Wow! Go, 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 you idiot!
Did you take fall damage?
Yes, and I got to...
Oh my god, Alex.
I don't know what that sound was, but... I think
Disco's making a comeback and it's pissed. I love that it sends you back and it makes you watch the cutscene every single time. That's really cool. Usually these games, they don't impress me. They're just like, oh, big deal. Someone spent 2 weeks and $10 to make a shitty game. But no, this one's got charm.
Yes, I'm Joker-fied on Impact.
I am not an American short-hair.
No, that's me.
I'll have you know that I have fine hippie heritage. Yeah, charm. That's one of the words you can use to describe it. I'm sure other people have their own terms of endearment. This was Disco Elysium. When you were being attacked by the records. Alright, here comes the top 10 list again. It's even funnier the 4th time. Shouldn't you kids be in school?
No. Slow walk. Just take it low and slow, like a barbecue.
Way.
Okay. I got more. Whoa! Did you see that? I look like I move like a dipshit now.
You always move like a dipshit. Is
Yeah,
that a spin kick?
Yeah, it's a double dipshit move.
You attack forward and behind you. Okay. That would be good if this was Double Dragon or something. Hey Joel, what's up? Also, yeah, Mike Myers loves his kicking. He is trained in karate. Can you imagine if they licensed Stairway to Heaven to be put in this game? Like the just the first 5 seconds as featured in the movie. You got 1 record to go. Is this it? Did you do it? You did it!
Holy shit. I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid. Oh, I'm glad that, yeah.
Animation.
I don't want to move.
Well, Alex, you have to move because this is the bonus level and you have 40 seconds. Collect the donuts. They look like, what are those things? Nuts?
Bolts.
As in bolts and nuts.
How do I...
Oh, they replenish life.
Mm-hmm.
Just like real donuts. Wow, the donuts are struggling to keep up with the scrolling of the screen. That's always a good sign. Yeah, these donuts. Do they have 8-bit Bohemian Rhapsody? I know it's in the 16-bit ones. I didn't know it was in here, too. Wow, fall damage. Making you repeat levels.
I love it.
Hey, Wayne, let's go to Gasworks. Okay, Garth. Oh, you can be Wayne.
Wait, am I Wayne or Garth here? Okay, Garth, who's playing tonight?
Jolly Green Giants and the Lousy Beatles.
Are they any good?
They suck!
Then it's not just a clever name. Who else?
Crucial Taunt, and they're just finishing their set, so we better hurry.
Party on!
Party on, Wayne.
This sucks ass.
This
Now
is
we're
the
level
fucking
2.
worst. This is the pits. Look,
Oh god, I'm in
this
a fucking
fake-ass
dungeon.
video game. Somehow, this is a different developer than the people who made Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle for NES, which is strange because this game has very much the same energy.
Danny, have you noticed that I dress like Wayne?
Yeah,
That's so shameful of me.
I should start dressing like Garth.
Hey!
We'll make it a bit.
Oh my god. They're gonna kick us out of Austin. Wait.
That was a pretty good fat guy animation, I'll give it that. And then Alex shot that guy to death.
I mean, are you...
Is there a market for a indie Wayne's World revival? I know that one Prince tribute band in Las Vegas is still going.
They are. Hey, look!
They're called Purple Rain, spelled R-E-I-G-N.
Yeah, they're still going. We're being told this is the same developer, Radical Entertainment. Is that true?
Oh, did they make Rocky and Bullwinkle? I thought that was THQ. Wait, THQ employed the same contractor. Yes. Okay. Yeah, it is the same group then.
Who is this?
This is the gatekeeper. Have a rock off.
I have to say, Purple Rain, they do a pretty decent set.
They did. They did when we first saw them in the year, oh, that was way too long ago, but they're still going.
2004. Oh my god.
Good work, Alex.
It's your turn.
You can hand it over. Thank you, Alex, for your everyman's playthrough of Wayne's World for
Every
NES.
something, alright. Alright, I need to
Let's see how far I can get.
Hmm.
This game's awesome.
Y'all,
You can tell this is a really late era release NES game because early era games do not have this stink of don't give a shitness that this game has. It's just, yeah, make a platformer. Make it about anything. We'll put some dweebs in the graphics later on. Some marketable dweebs.
y'all, Texas is rubbing off on... Listen, I've been saying y'all forever. Second of all, what I was gonna say is... I was gonna say something really stupid.
Uh-huh.
But I guess I'll keep saying it. I know that they're from Aurora, Illinois. I've seen that told up to me in chat 5 times. I've already mentioned it, but thank you for telling me.
I think they're from Tennessee or something.
No, they're from Tennessee, absolutely.
Yeah, Nashville.
What I was saying is I made myself a really stupid drink, alcohol-free. It's called the Alex Palmer,
Uh-huh.
and it's Monster Energy drink.
Right. Good start.
It's ginger ale, and 2 tablespoons lime juice and ice.
That sounds good.
It's so good, y'all. You gotta try it, please.
Wayne's kick is 5 times more powerful than a bullet
Isn't
from
it
Garth's
so
gun.
strong?
It takes 5 bullets to take down these saxophones in 1 kick. Oh yeah, this control's real unresponsive because it takes a while for you to duck and then it takes a while for you to stick your foot out.
Hulex, what is slime juice?
How's this? I'm trying to figure out this damn mechanic. Because it's just... You gotta wait until you're in a ducking state before you can attack. If you try to attack too early, nothing comes out.
It's Monster Classic, yes. See, what I'm doing is I'm using the monsters as simple syrup. It's a very simple, sweet tarts ass syrup. Ooh, you're doing so good. Hot damn.
I found the pattern.
Yeah, being good at games.
Yeah, that's the pattern. Gotta get donuts. Boy, Wayne is so slippery.
Isn't he? This part sucks. Good job, by the way.
Why is he so slippery, though?
Because he's a little freak, man.
They grease up the boots in Nashville. Oh, yeah, the fall damage. God damn it. You're not Bubsy. Why are you taking fall damage?
What is the monster ultraviolet? What is that?
Ultraviolet or ultraviolent?
Violet, but what's ultra? I want violent monster in general.
Violent monster. Hey, Wayne, let's go to Gasworks. Who's playing tonight? Jolly Green Giants and the Lousy Beatles. That's a joke from the movie. They were called the Shitty Beatles.
Ah. They make a monster ginger beer now. I know. I want it so bad. All right. I want to say first of all, I do love this. I like that they're playing in the sex dungeon. Very nice.
Yeah.
I like that that's also connected to their house.
I like that
apparently.
they live in the sex dungeon.
Yeah. Listen. It's probably cheap rent at the time.
Party on, Wayne. So is this a tag team sort of thing where you have to guide both Wayne and Garth through each of the levels and they each get their own different subsections to deal with?
Why are there so many of these little freaks? Sorry to the little freaks. I guess
because it's the Gasworks. You know, the part of the movie where he hangs out with his friends.
I really need to re-see this.
And his girlfriend gives him a gun rack, which is unusual because he doesn't even own a gun instead of multiple. And it's really noticeable because he says a gun instead of a gun, proving he's Canadian. Oh yeah, look, see? I didn't even need to tell you. Here it is, right in front of our faces. I don't even own a gun, let alone many guns that would necessitate having an entire rack. Are you mental? Get the net. We broke up. Wow.
Damn.
Okay, well, I guess that did the job. Wayne is now broken up.
Should we watch Wayne's World this weekend?
I think we should. It's really good. At least from what I remember.
Broken Scholar, you've never seen anyone over 30 by Monster? Well, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? I'm over 30. And well, I didn't buy Monster.
No way.
I drank a Monster. Does the purchaser must have to be under 30? Is it like a legal limit thing?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Well, shout out to...
You're not allowed to drink Monster if you're young or pregnant or nursing.
Well, luckily I am none of those things. What if you're just a cool guy? Are you allowed to drink Monster?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Chasmosis, for the 9-month resub. I don't even own a subscription until now. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know why that's one of my favorite lines from the movie.
Okay.
Mostly it's just like in the way they say things, right? It's not.
Yeah, no, that's the best part.
It's not like anything in the movie is especially funny. It's just the way it's presented. Sort of like the Retro Pals.
Yeah.
Maybe we should watch this movie, get some tips and tricks. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. Don't give me that gun rack. You keep that gun rack away from me. I do not accept free gun racks.
Okay, if you want to know my favorite Monster drink, it's 100% the Monster iced tea. Like, what was it? Replenish, refresh, the...
This is Up and B.
What the
What
is that?
He has an ultra high jump.
Oh my god, I'm sorry I was even talking about Monster. This is way cooler.
Oh, we gotta fight this guy. He's got all the moves, though.
That is Johnny Bravo. Yes, Smebble.
No way.
How to fight Johnny Bravo? Well, we'll have another chance here. I just instantly start taking damage the second I step next to him.
Monster Rehab. Yes, that is the best Monster drink. It is the Monster drink for when you are too dehydrated.
It's to rehabilitate you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I find really rehabilitating?
Video games?
A gun rack.
That...
Fuck.
No way.
I'm sorry.
I'll never get my gun rack.
I mean, you need one too. We live in Texas.
That's one thing this game has over the Super Nintendo version. I don't think they did a reenactment of the whole gun rack scene. Which again, now that I think about it and remember every single word of it, is not really funny. It
is kind of funny.
is kind of funny though.
Okay, now I really want more energy drink, but it's like 8 at night.
Oh yeah, that's a bad move. Don't do that.
No, I'm not. I'm pretty tired, so I shouldn't. But
I know someone who had this game as a kid.
oh, that's so sad. Are they okay?
I think so.
Okay.
I only learned this about them like a week ago. They
Oh,
were
wow.
posting their childhood NES games, like their cartridges, on Twitter. It was all like, Super Mario Brothers 3, Donkey Kong, fucking Wayne's World. They had Tom and Jerry for NES too. I'm not gonna say who it was. I don't want to blow them up. But I will say that I'm concerned.
Well, thank you for not blowing anyone up. I appreciate that.
Oh man, if you can jump cancel this. You can cancel this into a jump kick. This is like 85p if you're looking for the input. Oh, I found it. Yes.
Nice.
All you had to do was kick.
The tech, yes. Hey, you're both rocking out.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Yes. Typical night of Retro Pals. Oh, she took us to the bonus level.
Thanks, ma'am.
Was that supposed to be Tia Carrera or something?
I think so, yeah.
Well, this isn't the worst platformer I've ever played. I say as I take fall damage as Wayne Campbell, but I think we've played better. And we still have to play and rank the Super Nintendo and Genesis versions of this, which I'll remind you is a distinct and different game. Made by Gray Matter. They know what they're doing. Level 3.
You're doing really well.
How long is this game? Am I at the end? Beav is cool. Whoa!
Hey! Oh, you are fighting ninjas, okay. Did they fight ninjas in the movie, right? I seem to remember that.
Do they?
I seem to remember ninjas being a part of the Wayne's World universe. Am I mean, I could be wrong.
I have a powered up gun now.
In part 2, maybe? Okay, thank you. Cool.
Hear the noise it makes? Oh, I got depowered.
I did like a brr, 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 brr. Very nice.
God damn these cats. Beav is so cool, why did we make a top 10 list decrying him? This sounds like a continuity error to me.
Who is Beav?
A guy that works at a convenience store, I think.
Oh, who they hate?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know, they always hang out at the convenience store and they're all like, yeah, nachos rule. Let's get nachos.
I was gonna say Beav convenience store. I assumed it was a Beavis and Butthead style thing, but I know that's not the era. Different time period.
Every era has its own comedy duo that defines the period it was released in. Beavis and Butthead, Wayne's World, Danny and Alex.
I am so sorry that we are the definers.
Yeah, we're really shitty.
Well, more like I'm afraid of what. Like, are you? That's too much power because I'm going to define it with like real
Well, I'm
garbage.
gonna define the shit out of y'all.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. You better duo. I was hoping it would be like Desus and Mero, but unfortunately, it's us. Oh God.
Yeah, you wish.
Oh well. Are we in Vogue? I would rather be in. Oh my God. I forgot the names of all magazines but Maxim.
Yeah, we're in Maxim.
No, we're not. We're not in Maxim magazine.
Why not?
Because I don't know why not.
There's a stream for men, like Dr. Pepper. Remember when they tried that shit? Does this level not end? Did they forget to make an end to this?
Yes.
Who?
That looks like a boss.
That looks like a one of them transforming ninjas. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Got him.
Nice.
I'm gonna get killed by a cat now.
Hey,
I
this
have
should
1 health.
genuinely be ending by now.
Good news.
Drinking games, I genuinely think that Kroger's brand of Dr. Pepper is Dr. Thunder.
I think so too.
I don't remember.
Someone, I think it was Smebble, posted in our Discord the Kroger ad that says they were now hiring, and it was just a ripoff of Mega Man art.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, it was like Dr. Light and Roll and Rock. They were just all like, come work for Kroger.
Dr. Thunder is Walmart? I think, yeah, you're right.
Oh,
you're
yeah,
right.
yeah. That
I'm going
sounds
to look
about
this
right.
up. Oh, Sam's Choice. Sam's Choice. Well, okay.
Yeah, they're all about Sam.
Okay, you know what I'm looking up? I'm looking up, hold on. Dr. Pepper Kroger store brand. I just want to know.
Hey, we're at level 4. Level 3 was the longest by far. We're in a studio of some
Dr.
sort?
K is Kroger's brand.
Dr. K. I see.
Yeah, okay, chat's talking about it. Dr. K. I just had to know. Dr. K just is that sounds like a name for ketamine. I'm sorry. You tell me your name is Dr. K, I'm gonna assume
Is that what
I'm
Special
sorry.
K is?
that is a colloquial term for
Okay.
ketamine, yes. Dr. K is great.
This is my last life. I gotta make this count. If anyone wants to look up the long play and tell me how many levels total are in this game.
5.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm right at the end. You know, if I only played this a few more times, we could probably beat this tonight.
Is Special K LSD? Listen, I trust you. I trust anyone other than me. I still will not back down from what I feel Dr. K represents. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel, and there's
Nobody
nothing wrong
does
with
K
that.
these days. Ooh.
They do, because they're prescribed it.
Oh,
It's a depression treatment.
all right.
Yeah,
I've been misinformed.
I'm pretty sure we've got people doing. Yeah, it's good stuff.
They're doing it right now.
Well, no, for a treatment, actually, it's a pretty good one.
I do like that I get the chance to rock out with every boss before I fight him.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's like the previous bosses, he's just going to start draining my health as soon as I get up to him. So I think the thing to do is slide in with a low kick. I found the strategy. I found the dominant strategy for Wayne's World for NES. Look at that spider.
That spider looks like the one you had to kill the other day.
Yeah, it was basically that big.
Poor Danny had to kill a massive spider.
Yeah, I kicked it on the way into the bathroom, and I was like, what is that, one of the cat's toys? And I turned on the light, and it was a huge spider. Just went tumbling. Denied!
I feel so bad. It was a Blondie spider, yes.
Wayne's World
No way.
for NES. You say no way, but in fact, way. We have played this. We played it. It happened. And we will judge it at the end of the show. Really curious if we end up ranking this above the Super Nintendo one, because that's kind of an infamous game too. But we can't worry about that for too long, because we got to move on to our next game, which is... Wait, really?
Yeah.
People actually picked a good game?
Yeah, they picked a good game.
Batman, the video game.
Batman! Mixed feelings on the guy. I'm more of a Superman guy lately. But that's because I like the cartoon more.
All right, go off, Alex.
You want me to? I don't really know what to say other
Yeah,
than...
I mean, this is Batman's time to shine, but sure, go on talking about how good Superman is.
Superman is cool.
Did you know his parents got killed?
No, I didn't know that. I'm sorry to laugh there. That's an automatic reflex I have sometimes. I'm so sorry, like the Joker.
Wow. You know, we've been trying to find the guy who murdered a couple of people in the subway. Apparently, he thought it was pretty funny.
Well, damn, I haven't been in a subway since 1997, so I hope you catch him.
Well, long, long before the days of Batman fighting the Joker, he was also fighting the Joker on the NES. This is based on the Tim Burton Batman movie with Jack Nicholson as the Joker. the predecessor to the Danny DeVito vehicle Batman Returns.
you
Someone linked to our.
Stop it!
There was
Not you.
We were discussing the Danny DeVito penguin at some point in our distant past, and someone linked to a clip where I called him a disgusting egg.
So
And upon reviewing my commentary, I agree with it. He is a disgusting egg. That onesie he wears at the end of the movie, it gets all filthy. He just looks
It
like a
is
big
really gross.
shit-covered egg. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the first movie, which everyone loves. It's everyone's favorite Batman movie. That's right?
Yes.
Everyone report in if this is your favorite Batman movie.
Oh boy, I know there's some people who don't like it. I know there's some people who love it. As for me,
Wait till you get a load of me, says Alex Retro Pal.
don't get a load of me.
Oh yeah, he does live in the sewer and bite off people's noses. Maybe Penguin's pretty cool after all.
Penguin is real. The only gross thing about him is that he's from a rich family. But
Yeah, but they throw him away like garbage.
all right, then I respect him even more.
Okay, some people like the original. Nothing stops the bat dance, that's true. Probably the best part of the movie. Some people do not prefer the Dark Knight. We're getting some shit on that. Others are more fans of Adam West's Over. Some people prefer Bagman. Ay, ay, ay.
Bagman? I'm not asking. Moving on.
I gotta tell you about Bagman sometime. Man, I've been slacking on educating you on video games if you don't know who Bagman is. Or just watch Chubo stream for a couple hours. You'll know who Bagman is. I really do like the Adam West 60s Batman movie.
Same.
It's really funny. It's really goofy.
It's very intentionally funny. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's gonna be. Well, no, they know they're trying to make weird fucking jokes here. It's fine. Wow.
Krungo's favorite Batman is Batman Forever, and you know what? I think that may be one of my favorites too.
I love it. I think that those really gay Batmans are underrated.
Yeah. Among the gay Batman trilogy, which includes Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, and Batman Begins, Batman Forever is the gayest and best.
It is.
In close competition with Batman and Robin, though. That's a pretty gay movie. Though in my opinion, not nearly as enjoyable as Forever was, because Forever still had this veneer of being respectable, while Batman and Robin just said fuck that, which I respect on some level. But I think Forever had more of an impact.
It did, because you're absolutely right that we everyone went into it being like, this is going to be the another semi-serious but wild Batman movie, and it was just wild, just pure wildness.
Yeah, the Forever movie, like Smebble says, the sets are all like Broadway stage production stages. It's got all this weird lighting. Like the Riddler and Two-Face are all over each other.
They are so into each other in that movie. It is so gay.
Which is strange to see afterwards, knowing how much Tommy Lee Jones hated Jim Carrey. Imagine hating someone so much, so you hate their very being so very much that upon first meeting them, you hold them close, you hug them tight, and you whisper in their ear, "I cannot stand." What did he say? Your shenanigans or something like that? Your tomfoolery. I cannot approve.
Like, I cannot abide by your tomfoolery.
Yes. What a beautiful moment that was.
I think about that a lot.
Yeah, I wish I had a friend like that.
He won't sanction their buffoonery. Thank you.
Right, that's exactly what it was. I can't sanction your buffoonery, he says, holding Jim Carrey close, and I assuming tears streaming from his eyes.
Why? This is hard. Don't shoot me, I'm Batman. Oh my god.
What a great quote. Cannot sanction your buffoonery. The pointy memories Batman was Batman and Robin. That was the very pointed nipples movie. Hey, you did pretty good for your first time playing Batman.
There you go. Yeah, I did alright.
I didn't tell you this, but this is kind of an infamously tough game. It's very short, and it gets very, very difficult very quickly.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, people like to compare this to Ninja Gaiden. Some people say it's harder.
It is.
I had this as a kid, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. But I've only ever beaten it a couple of times because, as you may have heard, it's impossible.
Yeah. I'm glad there's a lot of bat chat still happening.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about, this Batman guy. Also recommend checking out the prototype version of this game that I'm pretty sure was us at Lost Levels that found and dumped it. Because it has completely different cutscenes that the studio completely threw a shit fit over. They were all like, no, this is comic style. Make it more like the movie.
Boo.
And then at the very end of the game, they didn't make you fight the Joker. It was weird. You fight like one of his henchmen, and then the last cutscene shows Batman going up to the Joker, and he punches him out via cutscene. How disappointing would that have been?
I mean...
Would have been a bold way to end the game, though.
That's what I was thinking, you know? Like, it would have been like Scorpion Darth Vader.
Yeah. Putting their own unique spin on it.
Exactly.
Well, I didn't even mention this was by Sunsoft, who at this point was riding pretty high on the NES. They made games like Blaster Master, Fester's Quest,
Hey.
Atlantis No Nazo. I mean, some of them are good.
Okay, yeah, the 60s Batman movie is good. I want to proclaim that I do enjoy that Batman movie.
There's a boss down here. You want to see how you beat him? Got him. If you let that guy activate, he's a real problem, but you can just do that. As for me, I think, even though I had this game as a kid and rented it before I bought it from the video store and used that nasty-ass copy on my NES for the rest of my days, I've probably seen this game played more than I've actually played it. Because for a time, there was this guy here on Twitch known as Arcus, and he was grinding the hell out of this game. He would play it every single day for months and months and months. It was very entertaining. I think he gave up, though, and now he's playing Ninja Gaiden 2, which is also entertaining.
You know, I've never seen... Have you seen Revenge of the Joker? I actually haven't seen that one.
I've not.
I did regret it. How much was it? Oh, that's not Batman. Never mind.
Wait, what's Revenge of the Joker?
It's a direct-to-video Batman movie. I want to... I don't know if it's a Batman Beyond one, but yeah.
Okay. So I guess the main thing people like about this game...
Return of the Joker, sorry.
Return of the Joker, there you go. Is just the weight Batman has to him. It takes a couple of frames before he reacts to your inputs. Like, did you notice how when you jump, he punches down for a second? It makes him really feel like he's a weighty superhero, just like a big sack of potatoes. Also, he can jump on walls.
Oh, he's so good.
This actually isn't that useful in the context of the game, but the way the levels are built, it really emphasizing using that, and I think it's fun.
Krungo, I agree with your opinion about Superman the Animated Series being better than Batman the Animated Series. I will not go into it further, but I've been watching through Superman, and it's so good. I am shocked at how much I'm
Apparently
enjoying
it's pretty good. Alex keeps talking about it.
I thought it was boring as a kid, and guess what? I was right. It is less funny and a little bit more quote-unquote boring, but
True.
it's really interesting.
So what I was saying about the level layouts and how they take advantage of your movement capabilities, if you jump here, you're just going to end up in the acid. Batman doesn't like acid. So what you got to do is check this out. See that?
Oh.
Making you think a little bit outside the box. Mario wouldn't do that. He would just jump in the acid and die.
Okay, good. There's other fans of Batman, of Superman the Animated Series.
Here's a shortcut. Are you enjoying my Game Players Game Tips video?
It's good. No.
To kill the Joker, get right up on his ass and just keep punching.
Hey.
Use your invincibility frames. Watch a speedrun for hints.
Okay, but that's always good advice.
That's what a modern game tape would be. Just go to YouTube. Go watch the Master Gamer Slouchy. To ease your worries. And then you say, but doctor, I am slouchy. The stream's off the rails. Batman, aka Slouchy, the super player. I really love this game. Can you tell?
Yes, it's God bless. Yeah, my only I just want to say, everyone who's telling you that the Superman series is good, it's decent. I do recommend it. It is just a genuine. It's just a straight up superhero show, but it's really well. It's by TMS, so it's just like watching a TMS show. And yeah, also Lois Lane is wonderful in it.
I've heard.
She's so fucking good.
Lois Lane doing it for herself.
She is. She's. What are my hot tips? Watch the Superman show. It's on HBO Max if you got that, or whatever. And play the Batman game. It's good. I was having trouble with it, but you saw how I kept playing. I was still playing because it was fun.
Yeah, the controls not immediately intuitive, just because again how heavy Batman feels. But once you get to grips with it, it's a very satisfying video game. Number one among players, pros, and dealers, according to Nintendo Power.
Talk about Sunman in chat. Yeah. Kenji
rest
Eno
in
worked on
peace.
Sunman.
Rest in peace, Kenji Eno.
That's so good.
Sunman is such a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's an article you can read about Sunman on lostlevels.org.
Never heard of it.
Me either.
Hey, I just want to say I love the design of this game.
This is the boss here. Isn't this awesome looking?
Mm-hmm.
Just the color choices and
Yeah.
the way the background looks. One thing that struck me about this game, looking at it just in terms of art style, is its use of shadow and negative space, which not a lot of NES games did to this extent. It makes it look really cool. Also appreciate that this boss crams a lot into one single screen. There's 3 distinct parts of this machine you have to kill. Oops. It's like right here, I think. There you go.
He looks so dumb. I love him.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, fuck. Well, this is where the game becomes completely impossible because it introduces these guys. I hate them so much. Once they leap on you, they do not go away.
What is that?
They are the bane of speedrunners.
Oh, little freak.
Yeah, little sewer freaks. That's what they call them in the
it's a
manual.
big freak. Oh, but they move like a little freak, but they're a big freak. That's dangerous.
Their size belies their movement ability.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you for knowing what I mean by they move like a little freak.
Yeah, I can translate.
Thank you.
The old little freak move. Well, this is pretty good. I don't know how it's going to do against Wayne's World, though. Notice the piping in this level?
It's so good.
You never call out good-looking piping in games, but just because of the way it's shaded. I mean, I have a point, right? Look at this. It looks cool.
No, it looks good. No,
they made a sewer look cool.
The art in this game is genuinely really, really good. Great color palettes. Great. I love this game. I love looking at this game. Show me more of this game.
Okay. I'll do what I can.
Thank you. Show me the game. Gamer's delight.
Gaming at night, gamer's delight.
Gaming at morning, gamers take morning.
Gamers.
Gaming in morning, gamer in morning. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I also like that you have a gun in this game. It's just a gun.
It is just a gun. The one thing that
Yeah.
Batman loves so much.
He loves guns. God damn it, I knew that was going to happen. Alright, let's do the hardest level in the game all over again.
Let's see, this game slaps. Yeah.
It's pretty darn good. Not going to try and influence everyone, but I'm thinking top 100 at a minimum. Maybe top 50? There's some pretty good games in the top 50, though.
I mean, does a machine gun in a car count as a gun in the hand?
Yeah, gun in the car is worth 2 in the hand.
See? Wait. So, I'm not... Okay. You know, I'm gonna let society figure this out.
You know who said that? Batman.
That makes sense. Do you think Batman and the Joker will ever forgive each other?
You think they're ever going to do it?
No! I don't think that Batman would ever commit. And I think that Joker is someone who just is not Batman's type. Batman's looking for commitment! But he won't commit himself.
He wants a stable relationship, and the Joker is anything but stable.
He can't be.
Have you heard of this guy?
Batman is Volcel. I got that vibe from him, but you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say that he's not. But he is just, you know, He wants only long-term relationships.
This is seriously the best looking sewer I've ever seen in my life.
I love that sewer water. It looks really nice.
It's so colorful, like a delicious Monster Energy drink. Big jump.
I just think that Joker and Batman, I actually don't think they would get along very well. I'm sorry. They're two different personalities.
Well, you might like my script then.
Okay, what's it called?
It's called Batman Fucks Superman. Featuring the Joker.
What's the Joker doing there?
He's watching.
You know, you say script.
Yeah.
I have a couple questions. Is this a is it written as a script or is it written as fan fiction? Because it sounds like fan fiction, but...
It's adapted from the stage. There we go, we made it. Oh, this level sucks. Fuck this part. Are you okay?
Yes! I was drinking games. Where can I read it? Don't you dare, Banny Danny. It's written as an erotic IRC roleplay log. This is beautiful. I love you all. It's Prestige Media. Yes, it's by Amazon. It's Amazon. Amazon. Oh wait, no, I guess Warner would own it and do their own series. This is on HBO Max. This is a new HBO series. It's a limited series.
Very limited.
Yeah, I was gonna say only 5 people have viewed it, and that's all that they're letting out.
It's all the people I've mailed the printouts to.
Batman / Superman, Batman F Superman, Dawn of Justice, Dawn of something. This is. I'm sorry. I really want to see this.
You telling me this is not the next multi-million-dollar idea?
You gotta do this. You know what, Warner? You gotta do this. Are you listening? You gotta do this.
This part's tough.
Oh, this looks like a huge.
Yeah, because unlike in Ninja Gaiden, you can't cling to the walls. You can only rebound off them. And that's what makes the platforming in this game distinct, I think. It's weird no one else ripped this off. A lot of games play like Ninja Gaiden, no games play like Batman.
Yeah.
How many lives I got? Okay, I can afford to burn 1 life on this guy. Is there a
Rated.
tank up here? God damn it, there is.
Okay, your movie is rated N for never, never one.
Never watch.
Mario ripped this off? Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. That's something Mario would do. Okay, you ready for me to fight this boss without taking a hit? Check it out. What do you think?
I think that was really good.
I think so too. I cannot figure out how to beat this guy without taking a hit. Apparently speedrunners can't either. There we go.
Yeah, how would you do that?
Look at this. I love his hair.
He looks so good. Damn, why don't I look like the Joker?
It's a popular look.
I look like Danny DeVito instead. Not bad, but...
Oh yeah, they make you fight the infinitely spawning enemies and the jumpy guys and the little floor turrets and the Roombas. This is what the game eventually becomes. Completely fucking impossible, in other words.
Oh, I don't like that.
So that's level 4 out of 5 levels total. We're about 2 minutes away from beating the game, but I'm not nearly good enough to do that. That's Batman the video game. A game I like a lot and may end up being tonight's winner. I don't know, Wayne's World was pretty good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard game to beat, but, you know.
Up next, we have another classic of the NES. Another game that a lot of kids played. This one is not too expensive nowadays, so it had a very large print run, and yet not much demand for copies for whatever reason. I guess we're about to find out.
I don't want to do this. Can
It's
we
Total
play-
Recall.
Oh, man. I don't... No.
Are you gonna leave?
Yes, actually, I'm out. No. I have to, but
That's a pretty good looking Arnold.
it is. It's not a bad Arnold. It's a good Arnold. I hate this.
Why though?
Okay, thank you, Interplay. Thank you, Acclaim.
play this. What's up, chat? How's everyone doing? Everyone feel grateful you don't have to play Total Recall? I mean, you could if you want. Yeah, what do you think of this music? There's just a certain twang to Western-developed NES game music, you know?
Fat Man worked on this? Okay.
Yeah, it's that Fat Man twang.
Nope, I'm out. Hey! That is so funny. Look at how stupid I look.
Uh-huh. I love the duck. It's like he's facing forward and then just turns his head to the left. Also his massive barrel chest. Very impressive. You ever actually played this?
No, I haven't, but
Oh, man.
Bark, bark! Rubber dog!
You're being very disrespectful.
Sorry.
Looks like he's doing a cat pose. Yeah, he's getting ready to pounce. If you crouch long enough, can you flash and perform a super
Oh
jump?
God, no! No, I'm staying here in the corner and being
Yeah,
part of it.
someone hack in the Mario 2 mechanics.
Hey, a guy just walked over me,
A
and I
guy,
died.
a guy pulled you off screen
He did.
and ended your game.
I was being too stupid.
That was cool. It's like, oh, you're not playing right. You don't deserve this game. Hang on, buddy. We're gonna pull you into this alleyway. And yeah, he says, I'll be back, a thing that he famously says in Total Recall. It was the director pulling us off screen, yeah. He should have had one of them old-timey canes. No, I'm pretty sure I'll be back is something that's featured in every Paul Verhoeven movie. Most people know it from Showgirls.
Oh, hey, look, game's over.
Brought to you by
Fantastic.
Brian Fargo. Wow, he's way more famous nowadays. And George Sanger, the fat man himself. And when you watch the credits like you just did, you get an extra life.
Hey, good thing I did that.
Good work. I love Cinema 3. It's my favorite dollar theater.
God, I haven't. Do they even have dollar theaters anymore? Probably not dollar, like a $5 theater or something. But
Hey, Jordan, you missed like an hour, but you missed Wayne's World for NES, your
got-
favorite game.
it happened again.
Music by Andy Warhol, if only. Oh no, Jordan, you've outed yourself. I was talking about you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the person who owned Wayne's World as a kid. I'm impressed. I don't know anyone else who owned Wayne's World as a kid. Few kids owned Total Recall, though. This was an acclaimed game, so it got a huge print run and lots of promotion, and then when the magazines reviewed it, they hated it. EGM famously gave this like a 2 out of 10, to which Acclaim said, hey, we're going to pull all our ads from your magazine. And EGM said, we're going to reprint the letter that you sent us saying you're going to do that. So that was cool.
That is so bold. Hey, I found the rats.
Oh, cool.
I'm
Are they your
happy.
friends?
Yeah, we're friends now. This is a good. I'll keep playing.
Secondhand copy of Dick Tracy, that's almost as bad.
Look at
Sneaker
that.
Nets, your first ever movie was Look Who's Talking? Wow.
Hey, wow, it's better than mine. That's good.
What was yours?
No comment.
Okay.
But
I think mine was. Oh no, that would easily tell people my age if I revealed it.
yeah, that's why I can't
Never
reveal
mind.
mine either. That's why. That's why. That's exactly it.
That's a movie that'll make people go, "Oh, you're old.
Yeah.
You saw Birth of a Nation in theaters?"
Okay.
That raises a lot of questions.
That's. Maybe I didn't watch something that bad, but I'll.
The movie with the train coming at the camera. Yeah, everyone fled from the theater. It was the most realistic thing we ever saw.
Hey, I hate having to fight this guy. I'm leaving. Oh, I can't leave?
He's bringing up baby. Yeah. I'm all about the classics. Well, in any case, Alex is having fun.
Am I?
Yeah, the cinematography. I was a baby who really appreciated cinematography.
Who are you?
Mm-hmm.
Here.
The first you remember is Eraserhead. Wow. We're just,
Wow!
everyone's one-upping each other tonight, all over the place.
That's so
I don't
good.
think I can beat that. I don't think I can beat Eraserhead.
Hey, what is with these glory holes?
Couple of People's was The Little Mermaid. BMO Raccoons was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, an excellent first movie. I saw that in theaters. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Those look nothing like glory holes. We definitely didn't play this game before on stream and make that comparison. Have you seen the movie?
Have I?
I don't think I have, is the thing. But I played this game a lot. I owned a cartridge of this at one point in my collector days, and I played it enough to beat it.
Holy shit.
Are you impressed?
Yes, I'm very impressed. I guess I can marry you like twice now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No.
First movie being Fantasia, Snow White,
Wow.
Tarzan. All good, child-appropriate movies. Not all of us had the same luck. Man, imagine if your first movie was Total Recall.
Are we saying first movie we've ever seen or first movie we saw in theaters?
First movie we've ever seen.
It's not as good, but it's maybe a little better. I think it was Firestarter. My dad was babysitting me, and he was just like, I'm just gonna watch Firestarter. You can watch too.
The Prodigy music video?
No.
No, okay.
The Stephen King movie about the little girl who sets fires with her mind.
Oh, that's a great movie to show to a kid.
To a little child, yes.
Thank you, Alex.
You're
Thanks for
welcome.
your everyman's playthrough of Total Recall for NES. So this scene stopped a lot of people from playing the game, because you don't know what to do here. What happens is your character's wife shows up at the doorway, starts shooting at you. Then in the background, there's actually a cutscene unfolding. You see that? Those are security cameras showing a bad guy getting off an elevator. You can't tell because it's like 6 pixels.
Oh, that's actually cool.
And if you don't finish the fight fast enough, he shows up at the door and just machine guns forever. So this is kind of a sticking point for people who played this game back when it was new.
Hey, this is impossible.
Yeah, it's kind of high concept and kind of impossible. Yeah, because he does a shit ton of damage too. Your game has been terminated.
Boo.
I'll be back. With snacks.
Thank you.
Okay, I got the snacks.
Thank you.
Now, it's been a long time since I've actually had skills at this game, so I don't know how much of it I remember. But let's see how far we can get.
Oh, the second movie I saw was Animal Olympics, which probably explains a lot about me.
You can actually skip these alleyway sequences by just jumping past them. There's that guy. Oh, jeez, don't touch him. He's coming after you. Make sure you watch the credits so you get an extra life. Pay tribute to Brian Fargo. Pay tribute to the fat man.
I will pay tribute to Brian Fargo. Hold on. I don't know who Brian Fargo is.
He does the Wasteland series. I'm gonna punch this garbage can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's
all right.
he's industry guy.
Wow, look at him. He's doing a GDC. Damn. Learn all about his. Wow. I'm dumb. I didn't know any of this.
He's also the kind of guy who doesn't respond well to bad reviews, so don't badly review any of his games.
Got it. I don't badly review anything, so I think all games are great.
I only write good reviews.
That's true. That's why no one's ever mad at you. Or me. I love how cute the rat noises are. Thank you, Zero, for mentioning them. They're so cute.
Why do they squeak so much?
Because they're cute rats.
Well, I could have gotten some health there if I knew how to proceed, but whatever. Last time we played this, I think we discovered new tech where, like, if you use the turbo button to punch ultra fast, it keeps certain, scripted enemy encounters from happening. So, like, when the screen locks and makes you fight a bunch of guys, if you've overloaded the game with too many punches, it'll just let you progress past that. I only remember that because someone posted a clip of it in our Discord. And I was like, wow, did anyone tell the speedrunners about this? I hope they did. Like, this scene here. It'll stop right in front of the windows. Can I try and skip it? Nope. I guess you need actual turbo to do that.
Damn, you are way better at this shit than me.
I've played it a few times.
That's fair. Thank you.
I'm waiting. Alright, here. Hey!
That's what you get!
I guess
That's
so.
what you get!
I played with fire.
Clip it.
Jeez. I can't even get a good glory hole around here these days.
You know, with COVID, absolutely. I feel so bad for all the glory holes taped up out there.
Do you know what it's taped up?
Have you never seen a taped up glory hole?
No!
I'm realizing how many more gay bookstores I went to than you. Okay.
It's like you close it up, you just tape it up.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Am I? Have you? Come on! Don't ban me! It's the truth!
Oh man.
They banned him because he spoke the truth. Like, come on! Someone's had to see that.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with this
Where
information.
the hell do I shop for books? Well, in the 1990s, we would go to LA and we'd go to West Hollywood. And sometimes Pasadena, and I'm sorry.
So you have to end the fight early to pick up the lady's gun and kill her off, and then, if you're real careful, you can jump right through the doorway. Yeah, there you go.
What? How?
While you were studying glory holes, I was studying the blade and also how to play Total Recall.
Everyone is like, I've never seen a glory hole, and I'm like, have you never been into a restroom where there's a hole in the wall?
I've been to a place called the Hole in the Wall.
That didn't have a hole in the restroom walls, probably, did it?
I didn't look.
Fair enough.
Let's get him.
Is this just an
Oh, this is
old
a scene in
person?
the movie. Check it out.
Oh, that's so cool.
Unfortunately, this part is just a scripted fight where you gotta kill a bunch of skeletons. But they are cool skeletons.
Is this just an old person thing? Glory holes?
I knew you grew up in the land of opportunity and infinite glory holes, but not all of us are as blessed, Alex.
Thank you, Sneaker Nuts. I thought I was going insane. Maybe I've just been to more clubs, too.
Maybe.
I've been to a lot of gay clubs, okay?
Okay, the encounter is over. I forgot you have to go all the way to the right of this level at the beginning so you can get a 1-up, so we're gonna miss out on that. I apologize.
That's right, it's Friday. Everyone is at the glory holes. That's why the people who've seen them aren't here.
If you know where they are, why are you here?
Exactly. They're like, woohoo, go! I'm vaccinated, baby!
Glad this game brought up this line of discussion.
No, it's bad.
We're here in the subway.
Friday feeling, I'm sorry. Oh, you stepped on that! That dog is biting
Get off me! It's like, it stuck to me like a freaking... What's the comparison I'm looking for here? Oh, never mind, that's nerdy.
Oh, God, I forgot that people I watch are in here. Hi, Wife City, sorry.
I was gonna... The way you get tripped up on the dogs reminds me of stumbling on, like, the dead rat corpses in Dead Dark Souls. You know, with the... Yeah, everyone knows what I'm talking about. I'm cool. Alex goes, ahem.
No, I just read something good, and that was, Sir Gawain saying the government I worked for in Canada recommended glory holes to stop COVID spread. That is so good. That makes me cry. I see globalnews.ca/news/72068/coronavirus-glory-holes-sex/ thank you.
It's probably true. Okay, so don't go back and get the health, because that'll just make you refight the scripted fight. I've lost a life. Wonder how far I can make it. Can I make it to the driving level? Did y'all know this game has a driving level?
Okay, Codeman, I'm with you because like I'm the same. So whenever I first saw when I was a kid, and I just thought that a lot of restrooms had holes in the wall. I didn't assume anything about it.
Man, California, a different place.
I guess so. And then when I grew older, I was like, oh,
Is that,
oh.
is that why the kid and the wizard wanted to go to California so bad?
Okay, but something I only recently learned was that California was one of the few places without a lot of sodomy laws on things.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
It was only a misdemeanor there in the 60s. I only recently learned that.
Well, now we have an explanation.
I was always curious as to why all the gay people went to California. It was because you wouldn't be arrested there.
And all this, and it's on topic. Who could ask for more?
Yeah, Danny, you are our infinite band.
Yeah, that's not surprising. It's
Yeah.
really hard to one-up Alex this show for some reason. He's got my number.
I'm not trying to either. I'm just in a mood.
I'm like, check out how cool and good I am at Batman and Total Recall, and you're all like, let me tell you about glory holes.
Yeah, Philip, you would still be arrested. It would just it would be less than, if you lived in New York. Actually, New York was pretty harsh. But that's a whole other story. I love the way the dog just bites onto you. I'm sorry, it's so fucking funny.
I love the way you just punch the dog in the face and it runs off in the other direction, like I have met my match. Okay, we didn't lose too much health there. Would have been a good stage if I didn't lose that life at the beginning. We're fine. Look at this scene, you're gonna like this. They're talking in Animal Crossing talk.
They are!
Hadabadababadabab. Wrap a wet towel around your head. Guess what? He does it. Maybe this game's actually good. Anyone want to support that argument? I'm just throwing that out there.
It is kind of good.
Oh, this part. I remember this part.
Oh, this is bad. No
you gotta, what was it? You go up the right first, I think? Then you fight a guy who throws his hat at you. I have distinct memories of this part in particular. Yeah, you gotta go over here so you can get the gun. Okay. Boy, I'm glad I have part of my brain reserved for strategies in Total Recall from
I was
NES.
gonna say, the Total Recall frontal cortex.
I forgot my mom's birthday last year.
Both of us forgot our anniversary.
Yeah, we did. But I know you take the right passageway to get the gun in Total Recall for NES. Hey. Priorities. That's what we're about.
I really just did think as a child that there were just always holes in bathroom walls taped up. I was like, what happened here? Why is this always happening?
You're trying to piece together a story you had no hope of ever understanding.
Yeah.
I've learned a little bit more about Alex today.
I'm sorry you had to learn this.
Wow, these glory holes are real close to the ground.
Wife City, that's what I thought. I thought it was people punching holes in the wall. And I was like, why does this keep happening? Is this vandals? Is this like graffiti? I don't know.
Damn wall punchers.
I really thought they were people
Going around the city defacing our valued bookstores.
and our queer coffee shops. They used to have those back in the day, and they were like really cheap. It was wonderful. Yeah, there was one that that a bunch of the people who were in the local gay pride group would go to, and it was called The Haven, and it was where I found out what bears were, because they had a card game called Bears and Otters. I never played it, but Every time I was like, "Oh, Mom, what's this?" Mom's like, "You can play that later." Mom was very good at that.
You'll
by
learn
the way.
about this later. Yeah,
She
she's
was
right.
very adept at that.
Now this boss, I remember this game being featured on Kuso Grande, and this boss tripped everyone up because no one knew how to fight him. But with help from Ultra Game Players Gameplay Tape Volume 12, aka what you're watching right now, you can figure out how to beat the boss. So you gotta jump the hat, and then you gotta shoot him in the head. Otherwise he won't feel it.
This seems impossible.
Oh, it is. To beat this boss, buy this game for 79 cents from Funko Land, and then play it because the best you have is the PlayStation 2, and the PlayStation 2 isn't that good. Now, the best part of this level is after you beat this guy, you have to make your way all the way back out from whence you came. And the level is not designed to accommodate this, so you're constantly being ambushed on the way back. Maybe they did design it this way. Let's ask Brian Fargo.
Hey, let's not. I'm a huge asshole. Let's not, honey. I'm gonna mess it up if we do. Hey, this.
Look at this.
He's got Feral.
They are on your ass. These guys at the bottom, you try to maneuver them, they're all like, nope, we are right beneath you at all times. So better have some health going in here. Nice. I actually made it so you can shoot both of them at once. You can only do that if they're completely overlapping. We're talking sub-pixels here. Shit, I didn't need to take that damage. We're pretty close to the beginning, though. What's that guy doing? What's that guy doing? Dude!
Holy shit. Wow. You're making him vibrate with anger.
Let's see if I can find the vibration pixel. There we go. You have to tap for 1 frame. It's like screen wrapping in Zelda 1.
He's got the zoomies!
He's got the
Thank you,
zoomies.
Dave. Yeah, I also love how the music, the track restarts when you go to each screen.
Yeah, every single screen. Do, 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 do. That was close. That was actually really close. You see how little health I have? And that guy just instantly gets on your ass when you go on that screen. That was also very close. No! I touched the health. The health would have replenished more health than the fire would have taken away.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie.
And because of that, I have to start the level all the way over.
Is it time for the final game?
What's our final game?
Well, we had 2 games that tied, so it's Danny's choice with this one.
Yeah.
So, what do you choose? This one or this one?
Okay, well, the choice is between a bad game and one of the worst games I've ever played.
I get to play this too, don't forget that.
Oh, yeah, good point. You know, I have been wanting to fill out the bottom half of this list. I've said this before. We got too many good games on the list.
Alright.
You know what? I played Total Recall. We're gonna go all the way with this one. But first I'm gonna beat this boss again to teach you a lesson.
What lesson am I being taught?
I don't know.
Okay. Ominous Danny tonight. This is what happens when I talk about my precious childhood memory.
Uh-huh. It's an educational stream, first and foremost. We are first and foremost educators. Second, gamers. Third, decent human beings.
I try. I don't know about that.
I usually don't get around to the third one.
Yeah.
I'm too busy playing Total Recall.
Hey, and it's gotten you pretty. It's good. You're good at it. So.
Yeah, but how's that reflect on me?
How does it reflect on you? Proxy Glitch Cat, that's just the flowers of Robert Mapplethorpe.
Okay, we did it, and we're in even worse shape than last time, so let's fucking go. This is gonna be my last attempt at this level. Well, hopefully this gives you a good indication of what the game's like. You saw how Alex approached it, and how I approached it. And I guess the question you have to ask yourself is, when the game is being played optimally, is it fun? I'm not going to answer that for you. You got to figure that out yourself. But truth be told, I'm having a little bit of fun with it. I got to admit.
It looks like you're having fun.
I like this game. Don't tell anyone I said that. It's so stupid.
Well, I have bad news.
Yeah.
185 people heard you.
Shit.
Well, counting me 186.
That's a lot of people I got to pay off.
Well, do y'all, no, I don't have that much money.
Okay, line up. You all get $1. Wait a minute. That's $185.
I was gonna say, no.
That's still
I
more
was
than
thinking
I
a
have.
quarter. Can we do
How about
a quarter?
like a nickel?
Okay, that's good too, yeah. See, you're like, oh, bad game. But you're still playing it.
I am. Who is the fool?
Honestly, probably me.
He didn't drop any health. We're in the exact same position we were at last time. If this guy at the bottom touches me, it's over. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Okay. Did it.
Alright, thank you.
And check that out. It's a shortcut halfway through the game. If you go into the movie theater at the start of the game and hold A and B, you get to skip a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, damn.
When this was in Cuso Grande, some people skipped the cutscenes. I feel bad for them.
I mean, do you blame them?
And now we go to Mars.
Quayo.
Quaid.
Oh, sorry.
Quayo.
It'd be Quayo.
Quayo, get your ass to Mars.
Yeah.
Should be Quail. Like Quail Man.
Yeah, we don't get to see him pull the thing out of his nose, unfortunately.
Yeah, we did get to see him wrap a towel around his head, though. And on the next level, you get to see the lady with the 3 tits. Nah, I'm sorry, I made that up.
It sucks.
Listen to this music.
Thank you, Technodrome X, for the 100 bits. I'm late because I got distracted by hot tubs. Well, luckily, both Danny and I, we're in a kiddie pool. It's filled with, it's filled with something unfortunate. We're not going to say what. You can figure it out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very glad that they heard our cries and added a hot tub category. Didn't mention it, but we're in a hot tub right now.
Yeah, like I said, kiddie pool with a bunch of tea lights around it, so you know it works. No, it's not a ball pit. You want to know what it's filled with? It's filled with Orbeez.
Ooh.
I know, it's just like it's just horrible noises. Did they add a VTuber category? I thought they still hadn't added one.
They're still, as far as I heard, they hadn't added one yet. They prioritized the hot tub edition.
They have not added VTuber? God damn.
Hey, their priorities are straight. Gotta cater to the people in hot tubs. You know, some poor
More
streamers,
recent?
they can't live outside a hot tub. They have to live in it 24/7.
Did they just literally add VTuber? Like, just?
Did they get my letters that I sent 5 minutes ago?
Did they hear us complaining before the
Yeah,
stream?
we were literally complaining before the stream.
About this, yeah.
They've
Yeah,
got us bugged.
Oh, did they finally add pronoun tags? They fucking better have.
Huh.
That's actually useful. That's more useful than, like, duos. Sorry to all you duos out there. Like us.
I'm a duo. Ooh, check it out.
Hey, it's overhead.
See, I told you we'd get here. I died. One more try. Can we do it? Let's go really fast, because we only got a few minutes to go.
Okay, the tags aren't here, but they're confirmed to be arriving. Okay.
Okay, good.
We're finally getting a trans tag. So.
Can I get a Total Recall tag?
I want, I need a bathtub. We're going to be in the bathtub, and I'm going to put the worst shit in it, and you're like, oh, you're thinking of all this gnarly stuff. No,
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
each week we fill the bathtub with nastier and nastier things. And for the series finale, Nickelodeon Floam.
You have to put something to block our pipe if you're doing that. Oh. Okay.
Fuck you, sewage system of Austin. We're bathing in Floam. And our game has been terminated. That's Total Recall for NES. A game that I'm kind of fond of, but I don't blame you if you're not a fan. Well, our final game, there is a tie. We can only play one more game, and Danny's choice between Dick Tracy and Back to the Future 2 and 3 goes to Back to the Future 2 and 3. That's what kind of night this is. This is a fuck you Friday.
It is a fuck you Friday.
Oh man. Back to the Future 2 and 3, brought to you by Beam Software, the same people who made the original Back to the Future for NES, along with classics like The Three Stooges, True Lies for Super Nintendo, Shadowrun somehow.
Alright, you're being banned. That's good. Is it for the Floam? Because that's deserved.
Yeah, if you love Back to the Future, you're going to love this game.
I do love Back to the Future.
I do too. I love Back to the Future too. I love Biff.
Don't you know he's problematic?
Did we cancel Biff? Did I miss that?
Did we cancel the Donald Trump analog? I think so. Uh-huh. Okay.
Are we talking bad Biff from the beginning of the movie or good Biff when he starts washing the car at the end? Did we cancel good Biff? What did good Biff do?
He washed the car poorly.
Oh, shit.
All right. Our quest, Marty. Travel through time and space, find and eventually return these objects that Biff scattered throughout time and history.
Oh, yeah, I could use a Pepsi Perfect right about now. And those self-lacing shoes? Why aren't those real?
Okay, those I want.
Yeah.
That would actually be useful.
Did it say you could call the DeLorean? Did it misspell the name of the car?
Yes, I think so.
That's cool. Well, have fucking fun with this,
look at my run
Alex.
cycle.
I'm gonna not look at this game for the next few minutes. Okay, so who's played this game? Who has familiarity with Back to the Future 2 and 3 for NES? From what I can tell, this is a ZX Spectrum port, believe it or not. You may be able to tell by the extremely large status bar and the fact that the name of the game is on the screen at the entire time. Big Amiga energy? Yeah, pretty much.
What? I don't remember this freaky man.
It's an escaping burger. Oh, that's a Spiny from Mario. You can jump on it.
No, I can't. It's a spiny.
No, you can jump on it. Well,
See?
you gotta really... There you go.
Oh!
Oh, get the key.
I can't. It went away. Am I okay? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Really? Is it this kind of game?
Marty looks rough. Everything looks rough in this game. This was... I think this is supposed to be the bad future 1980s, so that's why it looks so shitty. Is that how it works? Raven works? Is that the backstory? They just bring in another Marty from a different timeline every time you die? That sounds cool.
That's... Oh.
Living in the poop world. Yeah, that's what we called it. Dasterbork.
Okay, that way.
Alex, you're my Dasterbork.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. I do my best.
Too many colors and smooth scrolling for ZX Spectrum? You may be right. Maybe they were just in that mode that they, I know Beam did a lot of ZX Spectrum work. Starting off when they were Melbourne House, making their Hobbit games. Man, from The Hobbit to this.
I keep missing item. Please, give me the radiation.
Is that DRM on NES? No, I actually know what's going on, but I'm gonna let Alex flail around for a little bit. Because as bad as this looks, knowing how the game works just makes it that much worse. Pasterbork is like a knockoff Napster Blook, yeah. Or something you get at IKEA.
Yeah, it sounds like IKEA furniture for sure.
Okay, yeah, at this point, I guess they hadn't done ZX Spectrum games for a while.
Just look at his run cycle. Everybody gaze upon this. Put your eyeballs on the screen.
Marty, you gotta go back to the past. The alternate timeline version of you got killed by a walking hamburger. Doc, why are there walking hamburgers? Did we really fuck up the past? How bad would you have to fuck up to have walking hamburgers in your timeline? You gotta go back to prehistory and beat up a lot of pterodactyls or something.
I don't like the way time sounds.
Oh, that's just that's the bluebird sound that it makes. It has nothing to do with anything.
Why does the... Hey, this fish is...
Marty, you've got to go back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. Oh, and yeah, there are a bunch of Back to the Future games for particularly microcomputer platforms back then. I think MSX had a platformer of all things. Then there was an adventure game for Amiga. How you liking it?
I guess I'll continue.
C64 version. Yeah, the haunting theme of Bluebird. You found the hoverboard.
Oh, is that what this is?
You're vibrating with excitement.
No,
It exploded!
I missed the key again. I always miss the fucking key. I hate it.
Yeah, why'd we let the walking hamburgers evolve to the point where they can eat us? It should be the other way around. Maybe that's what happened. We were trying to evolve hamburgers to more easily fling themselves into our mouths, and then something went horribly wrong.
What do you think went wrong?
Oh, I don't know. Something scientists fucked up.
They were like, wow, this burger's walking. It really is an impossible burger. Am I right? Oh God, we're dead.
Yeah, right now this starts off as a left scroller, but there actually are multiple screens you can go through by doing that. It's an open-ended, open-world game on your Nintendo Entertainment System.
It should be a closed world. I'm closing this. I'm gatekeeping this. No one should be playing this.
We're closing all the worlds. No more open worlds. No more finding shit on a minimap.
Thank you, God. I have to find shit on a mini-map in real life. That's how I navigate the world around me. Now I have to do it in a video game? Fuck you.
I kind of wish this game had a minimap, actually.
Yeah, it would
That
have been
would
a lot
help
easier. Whoa!
You killed your little lizard friend.
Whoa, it's a lizard? I thought it was a rat. Oh my God, I can't kill this guy. No! Yeah, thank you for killing me. I love this little... Oh, it is a lizard. Oh my God, my lizard buddy.
Your lizard Buzzy. Someone remembers from the last
My
time we
Buzzy,
played this.
Yes, it is my Buzzy.
Oh, we've been streaming too long.
We have.
What is that?
I'm Joker-fied. I'm dead.
Is that Biff's floating face? Taunting you?
I get... God, every key I have physically avoided. I'm so pissed.
Matt Crane, like vanilla ass lizard, totally. They had the bug eyes and everything. Yeah, I don't want to live in this future. This is the worst future. Oh, you thought you were being smart.
Whatever.
Oh, right, it's Australian wildlife. It's nice to see another culture's culture depicted in a video game. Do you know Marty McFly is Australian? Did you know...
What is that little creature?
That's Kermit. You stomped him.
Well, shouldn't have tried to kill me. I'm a good man.
I can't believe you killed Kermit.
I'm fine.
What would he say? Probably H. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, ban Alex. Finally, it's my time to shine.
I'm fine. I want that key. I want that key!
I'm getting into this music. This one music track they have in the game.
Give me
Biff's
the
going nuts! Biff just styled on you.
He did. It's your turn.
Okay.
I don't want to play anymore.
Good work. Everyone congratulate Alex for being a good sport. This game took a lot, actually. This is not a very pleasant game to play. All right, so do you want me to explain what's going on here?
Before you do that, I need to ask if something I see is true. Is it true that the set for Hill Valley is the exact same set for Gremlins, or is that a humor joke?
Oh my
No.
god.
What are you going to say? Tell me.
I hope that that's true. Well, I was going to explain how this game works.
Okay, how?
This is not your typical left to right or right to left platformer. You can just keep walking all over this game's world and you are not going to accomplish anything.
Fantastic.
So what you actually have to do, and I'm not sure the game ever tells you at any point,
No, what?
is what you're doing is you're going around this big open world looking for keys to open these doors. Let's see if I can do that. It's better explained visually. Because otherwise you're not going to believe this shit if I just tell you.
Those keys are such a pain in the ass. What the fuck?
Yeah, they spawn way after you kill an enemy, and it's hard to react to picking them up.
Damn, shoot. Maybe I should.
God damn it.
It's a Draga-like?
That's fair to say. Just give me the... Okay, here we go. We got a key. So, what do you do when you have a key? You go find a door. It's okay, we have 10 lives. I can kill as many Martys as I want. You get the key. You can only have one key at a time. You cannot stockpile them.
Oh, that sucks.
They only spawn like once every 6 or 7 enemies you kill. So,
And they're squirrely.
yeah, and they're squirrely. And once you get in front of a door with a key, you can do this, and then this happens.
Hey, what?
Something you don't understand?
Yeah.
What?
All of it. Are those like spikes, those green things?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, damn it. I failed. Now I have to go get another key and get back in the door.
What?
Yeah.
Spinies have a good chance of dropping keys, apparently.
Ooh, okay. I'll go target them. That last one was hard to get. So, what you do is you find these keys, you go complete these mini games, and you have to collect one of 30 different items hidden around this game world.
You can re-enter doors you've already unlocked.
Really? Oh, shit. The game's good now. So yeah, your quest is to get all these items that are nominally taken from other periods, so you know, you gotta get them back, otherwise the future's fucked or whatever. But in the context of this game, what that means is you collect these items, and it's not just good enough to complete these minigames and collect them. Oh no. What you gotta do afterwards, god fucking damn it, what you gotta do afterwards is take these items to their correct place in the game world, which you don't know where it is. It's often hidden. Sometimes you have to go down sewer grates or go in these invisible places where it's like not at all obvious where you can go. Things like that. You know, video game stuff. And once you've found that place, you have to solve a word puzzle. And once that word puzzle is completed, you have placed one of the 30 items in the game's world. And once you find an item, it doesn't tell you what it is. You gotta find it out yourself. And the only way you can find that out is to go to the many different hiding places where these items need to be. And they all have their own individual hiding places. You cannot just place any item in any old place. You gotta find the item, then the specific place, then solve the word puzzle, and then, and only then, can you go on to the next 29 items and do the same thing. Any questions?
Yay. All of them, but...
This is your life.
I like the pipe, like, we're just in, like, with the spinies and everything, we're just in Mario.
I can't, it's not letting me go back in.
Was it because that was, like, a bonus place, or what?
Yeah, maybe.
Well-
So, suffice to say, I have never placed a single item in this game. I found a couple items, but actually finding the places where they need to go is a little bit hell. Because navigating this world sucks.
I remember when I was... Is it randomized each time? Because I remember when I first played, I found where the items went, but...
It's not randomized, so
Okay.
that's the one good thing. Once you know where they are, you have that at least. There's something in here, I think?
Yeah.
No, in one of these pipes.
Yeah, not this one, but I think, like, a little bit further to the right. Oh, I hate this.
And that's what you do. There's no bosses. No side quests, no nothing. It's all just wandering around this extremely bland overworld, trying to find the mini games that suck. So you can find the items that you need to beat the game. Oh, here we go. Das der Bork. So, this is an unscramblable word, which matches up to one of the 30 items in your inventory.
This looks like a milkshake that you have,
and yeah, you're like, milkshake maybe? Is that, can I descramble it to be that? No.
Does it really delete your item?
It deletes your item, and you need to go back and collect it again. So my argument is this the worst game we've ever played on Mascot Friday? Just in terms of sheer tedium, right? I mean, the controls are bad, it's no fun, but just the fact that they made the process of playing it so completely horrible. Like, imagine if Super Mario Bros. 1 sucked. That wouldn't be so bad, right? You just go to the right. You kill the turtle at the end. No big deal. But this is pure torture. Torture for children.
This is worse than Family Dog, I'm just saying that.
Yeah, we're gonna have this argument, but I wanted to be sure we put it in its proper context first. Only a couple of people have been brave enough to play through the entire thing. And you know what awaits you after you get all 30 items and put them back in their 30 different places?
30 items?
Yeah, there's 30 of them. After that happens, you get to go and play Back to the Future 3, where you have to find 30 more items in the Wild West. I love telling people about this game, because, look at it, you know it sucks, but you don't know just how much it sucks until you really dig into it. Just why? Why did they make it like this?
Video games are banned.
Yeah, that's my argument for banning video games. Thank you for listening. Oh, that's right, I don't have a key. Yeah, that whole key thing, too. You can't even access the minigames at first. You gotta find a key from a random enemy. And then you get to a random bonus game to find a random item that you put in a random place.
I hate this.
I'm impressed. I'm honestly impressed that they spent so much effort to make this so bad. No one else did this on NES. They were just like, fuck it, make a platformer where you jump on shit.
Sorry, Wife City says, Marty, you gotta go back to the future and push this boulder up a hill for the rest of eternity.
That's Back to the Future 4. When are they gonna make that?
They keep threatening it. They keep threatening us with another Back to the Future.
Well, they kept threatening us with a new Ghostbusters, and look what happened there.
They're still doing it.
We got Muncher, the new star of the hit film Ghostbuster.
Every few years they give us a new one, and maybe it's only recently it's every few years, but it's like, it's okay, we're good.
I have...
What is this? You're shooting out of your hand.
I picked up a gun at some point. Marty has a gun. These doors you cannot go through, I guess. I was killed by the cutest frog sprite.
It's so cute.
And so deadly. Yeah, well. Oh, I lost my gun!
Your gun's gone. Danny's got a gun.
Denying me the simple pleasure of shooting a frog.
Don't! Frogs are nice creatures. Didn't mean for my voice to warble there.
So did you see why I spent so long with Total Recall?
Yeah.
I don't want to play them.
Luckily, you don't have to. It's time.
Oh, good.
We can change. We don't have to be around Marty's hell world anymore.
This fucking thing. I didn't even know this was in the game until you discovered it.
I'm seeing so many murders of frogs in chat. Kermit, watch out.
Poor Kermit. Poor Marty. Poor Doc Brown. Poor everybody involved in this. I feel bad for Biff. I feel bad for good Biff. I even feel bad for bad Biff. There's no good here. There's no esteemed deed.
Nothing is honored here.
Not a place of honor. This is Back to the Future 2 and 3 for the NES. Glad that's over with. See, that's why I picked it. We had to do this eventually, and I wanted to do it on my terms. It's my way. My way or the highway. So, this is the part of the program that we haven't seen in a while. This is where you get to vote and tell us what you think of what you just saw. If these games are better than Bubsy Claws Encounters of the Third Kind, you can give us an RP Angel Bubsy in chat. If you think they're worse, give us an RP Devil Bubsy. Let me start this game up so we can get some proper music, some proper voting music. This is it. This is where we get to decide the fates of your favorite and not so favorite games that we just played. We're starting off with, what was our first game? Our first game looks like Wayne's World for NES, folks.
Folks, Wayne's World.
Folks, is Wayne's World for NES better or worse than Bubsy, do you think? How about the individual Wayne's World characters? I think Wayne is better than Bubsy, but is Garth?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'd say Garth is better than Bubsy as well. I have so many Devil Bubsies, and
Thank you, Jordan.
the one person who owned it as a kid is balancing things out. I'm glad you're here, Jordan. Thank you for making your voice heard. Your voice is valuable. Yeah, so, well, we played worse tonight, which makes it difficult to really rank this game's badness, but let's go over it briefly. So in each level you play as both Wayne and Garth, alternately. I don't know why I mispronounced Garth there, whatever. Gorf? That's his new name.
Goth.
You play as Wayne and Goff. And these levels, if you die at the end of Wayne's level, you get sent back to Garth's level, and you gotta do it all over again. And you gotta watch the extended cutscenes and skip through them with like 20 button presses because they're all top 10 lists. The game itself is bad, the control is slippery, the background's barren, barely looks like a real game, as people noted. But is it the worst thing we've ever played? I don't think so. By which I mean, no way.
No way.
There we go. Saved it. How bad is this? Let's scroll down a little bit.
Okay. I'll grab a link to the sheet in a second. Just give me a second there. Yeah. I need to make that like a thing. It is in our Discord, though, if you go to Discord.
It's, if you scroll underneath the Twitch chat video, it is in our information panel somewhere.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's on one of our panels. Do check that out.
If you find it, you can link to it in chat if you like.
Anyways, folks, what do you think?
Let's scroll down a little bit. I don't think it's, like, bottom 20 even. So maybe, like...
Mojo World area?
Possibly. Keep on going for now. Alex is juggling 1,000 different windows.
I am.
He's a champion.
So keep going.
Around Week of Garfield. Below Family Dog. I don't think it's worse than Family Dog.
Okay, so this is the bottom 20.
Sonic Adventure is a 3D platformer. That's a whole different echelon there. Just above Cool World. Now we're talking. Where did we put Cool World on this?
Let's see. Right here.
Okay. Good spot to start. I would say, personally, I think it's better than Cool World for NES. I would rank it above Hardhead 2. I don't know about... Oh, that fucking PCFX platformer sucked. It's better than that. It's better than the Brazilian Master System version of Pika-Pow.
There we go. There is the link to our Google Sheet. There you go.
Yeah, you can check out our rankings there.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna say it's worse than Awesome Possum.
I agree. It is worse than Awesome Possum.
Let's say between Awesome Possum and Baby Joe somewhere?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Mortal Kombat Mythologies was so bad. Mohawk and Headphone Jack made people sick. Did Wayne's World make people sick?
No, I think between Awesome Possum and Mohawk and Headphone Jack would be a good place for it.
I like that. What do we think about that?
Chat, what do you say?
Can we live with that? You on the jury, can you live with yourselves, knowing what you've done? Hey, at least you didn't make Wayne's World for NES.
Way, yes.
Good, do it.
All right.
Confirmed using in-world language. I approve.
Sorry, I froze for a second. That pissed me off.
I don't even own Kusoge. Much less mini Kusoge that would necessitate a Kusoge shelf.
You know, I haven't checked your shelves for a while. I'm so happy to hear.
Yeah, I don't have any bad games.
You've never had a bad game in your life.
I say looking directly at copies of Unholy Knight and Doomsday Warrior for NES, Super Nintendo.
That's Wayne's World, developed by Radical Entertainment, published by THQ. Thank you, Electric Boogaloo, for that info. Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Okay, second game, changing gears just a bit here. Batman, the video game for NES. The Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, superstar something movie. I don't fucking know. Is it better or worse than Bubsy? It's got big star power.
Angel.
It made people start caring about superhero movies. That's probably true.
No, it did. It was actually that and the Superman movie were what kind of kickstarted a little mini superhero movie renaissance. Top 100, absolutely. I agree,
Do
top
I see?
100.
I don't see. Okay, I see one Devil Bubsy, and it has a stipulation attached to it.
Okay.
RP Party Man, whatever that is. So yeah, this game's good. Like I said during the playthrough, this is probably top 100, so let's go ahead and go there. It's just, everyone loves NES Batman. It's one of those licensed games that didn't just turn out good, it turned out great. It's great in its own right. It has its own unique look and feel. It has its own personality that extends beyond even the license. I like it, it's a good game.
Okay, I'm seeing around Little Nemo. Where is Little Nemo? That actually is.
Ooh, Little Nemo's a good comparison.
Yes, it is.
Another really good NES platformer that had its own identity and feel.
Oh, it's pretty high up there, 50, which you were talking top 50, so.
I'm thinking this will be just around 40 to 50, possibly. Where are we going to put it in here? Is it better than Popful Mail? I think it might be.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's better than Kirby's Dream Land. How far can we push this?
Popful Mail is better. Okay.
Okay, we're at least getting some
Better
pushback,
than
so we're
Cool
getting
Spot.
close.
Okay, so. Okay. So I think below Popful Mail. I'm going with that. It's time. How does Batman compare to Plock? I think it's better than Plock. Sorry.
Castlevania's The Ceiling, not better than Popful Mail. Batman probably doesn't have any slurs in it. There's that. There is that.
I do agree with Castlevania being the ceiling. I think Kirby's Dream Land is the ceiling. But
Yeah, I think something like Gimmick, you really start to run into trouble comparing it
better.
directly to Batman. They're both Sunsoft games, too. So let's say
okay.
beneath Castlevania, beneath... Ooh, do we want to split up the Kirby's Dream Lands? We have the opportunity.
I think it's better than the original Kirby's Dream Land. I'll say it.
I think so, too. Do we want to do that? Do I just want to do this for aesthetics?
I am seeing between Popful Mail and New Super Mario Brothers. I see a couple people recommending that.
That's pretty close.
So do we want to tear apart the Kirby? So that sounds horrible. Take that back. Or
I want to tear apart the Kirbys. Rip them to shreds. Let's see what makes this little fucker tick. Or it could just be me.
yeah.
If we want to rank it in between Popful Mail and...
Yeah, I'm seeing just below Popful Mail is what everyone's
Okay,
suggesting.
let's do it.
Okay. That makes
fine
my
with
life
that.
easy.
The Kirbys remain united for now. Batman for NES.
Sunsoft.
Yeah, Sunsoft. Wow, we ranked a new top 50 game.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen every day. Well, you better scroll right back down, because the next game we played tonight was Total Recall for NES. I think I made a pretty good case for it. I played further than a lot of other people would. You got to see a whole bunch more of the game to make a more informed decision. And based on that, do you think it's better or worse than Bubsy?
I see some troll angels. Go away.
I see a couple of... I see many equivalents, actually. Okay,
Yeah,
this is
okay.
interesting. Yeah, I do think it's a better game than Wayne's World, but that's not saying much. I think it's more playable than people give it credit for. I also think it's a big load of crap. Both of those things can be true.
Fair enough. If you respect Total Recall, who am I to disrespect your respect? Wayne's World is better.
Sorry, Jordan. We have taken your advice into consideration.
That's fine. Fair enough.
I appreciate there's one Wayne's World defender. So to me, it's looking like... Yeah, Yeah, there's so many votes for just neutral Bubsy, but I think there's just enough Devil Bubsies to push it underneath.
It is. It's on.
So
it's,
it won't be too far underneath.
I say it's below Alex Kidd and the Enchant. I say it's below Little Dinosaur Dually.
I'd say so too. Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout, I'd say pretty much anyone will tell you that's a better game. Dino Wars, though.
Arrow, the Acrobat. Oh wait, yeah, that's the same.
Yeah, I'm
area.
seeing a lot of these games in this area that are equivalent in terms of quality.
Okay.
There's a lot of good places we could put this.
I think once I see Chester Cheetah Too Cool to Fool, that's where I start to want to put it.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's better than Chester Cheetah Too Cool to Fool.
Okay.
It's got the same kind of jank energy as Incredible Hulk on Super Nintendo and Genesis, where they put some effort into it, but not nearly enough.
I'm seeing King of Kings quality. Bravo Man is better. Okay, so you know what? How about between Bravo Man and Our Real Monsters? So between the King of Kings and the other King of Kings, Bravo Man.
That's it.
Mylon Ceiling. Okay, I'm okay with that. Mylon is the ceiling? Sure.
I'll call Mylon better than Total Recall.
Okay. Bravo Man is also better than Total Recall. Okay, so between Bravo Man and King of Kings, is it better or worse than Reservoir Rat? Yeah.
I'm not equipped to make this decision.
Yeah, me either. I'm just a simple dumbass.
Let me throw this out. Between Donald Land and Shockman. Donald Land was the weird Ronald McDonald platformer for Famicom by Data East. That was kind of fun in spite of itself. A lot like Total Recall, actually.
2 recommendations for between Marsupilami and Donald Land.
Sold.
Got it.
I'm taking that offer.
Okay. This is...
The 300th best game we have played on stream is Total Recall for NES. From Acclaim and... what was that? Bethesda? No, it was
Interplay.
Interplay, that's what it was, yeah. Hey, Bethesda made a few NES games. They made Home Alone. Okay, final game. This one should be very interesting. Folks, prepare the emote that you want to vote with for our next game, which, when I'm going to say it, it's just going to flood the chat. Back to the Future 2 and 3. Is it better or worse than Bubsy? I wonder what the folks think, because my attitude, my feelings on this game are well known, well documented. But it looks like, oh boy, oh geez, oh wow, okay, yeah, yeah.
I just see an emote that just says piss.
Is there an emote that just
Oh,
says
that's Wayne
piss?
Radio. Oh yeah. Hey, if you're watching us, hey.
Oh boy, oh
That's a
boy.
vomit. Beautiful.
How about we do what Botoggle says and just scroll right to the bottom of this list, because we're going to have to make some severe arguments as to whether this is the worst game of all time or not. Let's look at the bottom 5. Bottom 6. Fantasia for Genesis, real bad game, super awful, reflects very poorly on a movie that everyone loves, and it almost ruined Disney's relationship with Sega. I still think Fantasia's better.
I agree.
Family Dog, based on a series that didn't even last one season. Very unpleasant show about kids being cruel to a cute dog, and the game itself isn't that much better. But I think it's better than Back to the Future 2 and 3.
It is because it has a very consistent and nice art style that matches the designs from the show.
Yeah. God, Back to the Future 2 and 3. What was the art in that game? Could have been anything.
I did like the little creature frog, so for that I want to put it above Transformers Convoy No Nadzo and below Scunny Save Our Pizzas.
Scunny Save Our Pizzas. That was a game where we couldn't even beat the first level, and I think...
No.
I think I had more fun with that than Back to the Future 2 and 3.
I see some people saying above Scunny, Scunny is the floor, above Scunny, but
I don't
Scunny's
know.
a tough fight.
Scunny was at least interesting in a bad way. Back to the Future 2 and 3 was just miserable. Made you depressed to play it. And Scunny, you know, if kids had it, they paid like $10 for it. Back to the Future 2 and 3 was $50.
Dead last between Scunny and... I want between Scunny and Transformers.
Convoy No Nazo, infamously bad, infamously difficult, gives you seizures. Not any good things I can say about that game. No rules get fat. I don't need to say anything about that.
People people are like, Scunny has is at least interesting compared to below Scunny. I think between Scunny and Transformers, I'm really pitching that to y'all.
Okay. My opinion is I have a real tough time deciding between Darkwing Duck and Back to the Future 2 and 3. But if we want to rank it a little bit higher, I'm just not sure what you see as good in Back to the Future 2 and 3. I guess in the bottom 5, there's not much good to go around, but there's just like an absence of fun. It's like sucking the fun out of other nearby games, this game existing.
I'm okay with last. A lot of people want last, dead last.
I want last. I kind of want to go there. Darkwing Duck, remember, we didn't play it exactly right. We only figured out how to stomp on enemies in the last couple minutes. We could return to it and find out it's actually a good game.
I'm seeing more above Transformers. I'm seeing it's not that bad. No way. Okay. So either above Transformers or below Darkwing Duck. Those are the two spots that people are voting for. I don't know.
Do we need to make a poll?
Yes.
This does seem pretty important if we're gonna potentially put a new game at the bottom of the list. Alex is doing it. Does TTF go to the bottom? Your choices are yes or no. Or no, put it above Transformers. Ooh, good choice. We're making people do a binary choice here. All right, this is a momentous occasion. We could have a new worst game of all time, depending on how you vote. So vote! Oh, I'm excited. It's the misery factor, right? There's no good to be had. There's no carrot on a string in front of you to tease you to play more of Back to the Future 2 and 3.
Oh, it's so tense.
I knew it would be close. I'm glad we did this. Bottom 5, there's at least morbid curiosity driving you, right? Back to the Future 2 and 3, once you played a couple minutes, you're like, I never want to see this again. Oh yeah, and there's no save and password. I didn't even mention that.
What?
Uh-huh. And played completely perfectly to get through the Back to the Future 2 segment, it's 3 solid hours of gaming. That's if you already know where everything is. Alex is doing an SMH in real life.
I was! My H was Essen.
We're S-ing all the H's here. Oh, it pulled ahead. 2 votes ahead for yes at the bottom of the list. Is it going to happen? We got 60 seconds to go. We're going to close this real quick. If you haven't voted, vote now or forever hold your peace.
There's 2 more of you who wanted to be above Transformers. Vote now. There are not, apparently.
Oh, it's pulling ahead. The Transformers block had a good argument. They shored up a lot of support. But in the end, is the game just too bad to be worth saving?
All right, final 10 seconds.
This is looking like it. We got 10 more seconds to go. You better submit those votes.
8, 7, count slow, 6, 5, 4, here we go, 3, 2, 1, and it looks like we have a new bottom of the list.
Oh my god. History has been made. We have a new worst platformer of all time. Thanks to everybody who voted. You made it official. Back to the Future 2 and 3 for NES, aka http strawpoll.me.
Well, I have to make sure how it's correctly spelled. Okay, spell that.
Wow, we actually did it. I didn't think anything would beat Darkwing Duck. That thing's been up for years. Part 2 and 3 for the NES, courtesy of LJN and our Australian friends at Beam Software.
Whew.
Yeah, chat deserves both banning and blessing for that, so thank you for that. We did something good tonight. I feel like we've made a difference in the world. We've officially stated that Back to the Future 2 and 3 for NES is the worst platformer of all time. But we haven't played all the platformers, so there could theoretically be a worse one. Maybe if we get some Taiwanese exclusive console that only Sachin made games for, then maybe we'll find a worse platformer than that. But for now, it's hard to imagine one being worse than that. What a horrible game. Go play it for yourself just to see how terrible it is, but don't expose yourself to it for too long.
No, don't.
Care for yourself. Love yourself.
Yeah, state of California says you can't.
Especially now, because you know what time it is?
I have no clue.
It's the weekend, baby!
Holy shit, I haven't done this officially in so long.
We played all the games, and now you get to enjoy the weekend. On us. You're welcome.
That's right, you better be grateful.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. We did good tonight. We placed the games on the list where they belong. Justice has been served, and I'm tired as fuck, so let's start the weekend.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week with more video games. Patrons and those who wish to become patrons, head to patreon.com/retropals. A new poll is up for $5 patrons. The theme this week is Terrible Twos. These are sequels with the number 2 in the title that didn't get a good critical reception. These are all games that are also short enough to play through in the entirety of one stream. Or theoretically. I'll probably have to practice some of them. Your choices are Castlevania 2, Pac-Man 2, or Parappa the Rapper 2. All amazing choices. I personally love those games and can't wait to show them off. But whatever wins, that's what we're playing next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Hi.
Hope you'll join us. I'm going to look for a raid target. Alex, do the thing.
Oh, sorry for hitting the mic there, but we are on YouTube, youtube.com/retropals. Thank you for the raid, Wife City. On YouTube, we post highlights of our stream, including our latest one, which is a full-ass video of our full-ass Sonic story playthrough of Sonic 2006.
Wow, our full ass?
Yeah,
Incredible.
unfortunately, they let us put that in. I don't know why they didn't censor it. It's one of the new one of the new Twitch categories, full ass.
We're finishing up here, but thank you for the raid, Wife City.
Yes, thank you.
I'm going to shuttle you off to a raid target in a second here. Do go on.
Okay, we are also on Twitter, twitter.com/retropileshq. Also, real quick, I'm going to announce this here and in the Discord and on Twitter and on YouTube, but I know we do have that archive channel, that delightful archive channel, but I am going to start doing only one upload on that channel per week instead of 3 because it's a lot of work and I need time to work on figure out what I need to I went through all of my whole original list of things to upload, so I need to figure out what I have to upload next. So I'm going to go down to one upload a week for those. So just a heads up with the archive channel.
That sounds good to me. Take some Alex time. Take some time to heal.
Yes.
Okay, we are going to come full circle right now with what we're about to do. A few weeks ago, you may remember that we raided popular Twitch VTuber .level, saying the raid message "Ikum Bokum" because we were playing Banjo-Kazooie. Guess who is playing Banjo-Kazooie right now? It's like we talked her into it. We got to do this. So go watch .level, play some Banjo-Kazooie. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you later. Thanks for watching.
See ya, folks.